What's going on YouTube? It is week 3 of my prep currently. It is Friday and I kind of want to walk you guys through a little bit of what's happened this week and just give you an overview so you know what's going on and also how you can overcome some of the obstacles if you encounter any during your prep. So this week I started the week at 168 and I weighed myself today and I'm 167.3. But I kind of want to show you real quick why doing daily weigh-ins and logging those in and getting the average for the week is important to track your weight instead of just daily, because your daily is going to fluctuate so much depending on if you have a ton of sodium the night before, if you have a big meal, things like that. So real quick, I'm going to show you on my computer. So this has been my week 3. This is the average over here, so 167 around 0.7. This was the average the week before. This was the average the week before. So you can see all the fluctuation from week to week and day to day, and that's why it's important to kind of track the average, because that average change is going to be what is going to dictate if you need to decrease your calories. And for example, last week, wait for the color to shift real quick so I don't look completely orange. Okay, there we go. So last week I went to Benihana's for my birthday and I knowingly accounted for that in my calories for a day, so it was completely fine. And just knowing that ahead of time, knowing that there's going to be a lot of sodium in the sauces and things that they cooked, I knew that I was going to have a high weigh-in the next day, which isn't bad. And sure enough, when I weighed in, very high, but I knew it was because sodium and water retention, not really because of the excess of calories. So those are things that you need to look out for and not be obsessing over the day-to-day weigh-ins, because that can get really, really discouraging if you see you've been tracking, and you go up one day, you're like, oh goodness, need to diet even harder, but that might not be the case. You might just be waiting for a new low weigh-in. You're just waiting for those fluctuations to kind of level out. But that's kind of what's been going on with me. And yeah, so next I'm going to hop into a core workout with Clayton, and hopefully you guys can learn some tips and tricks of how to get those abs for the summer. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Try it. There you go. Oh! Alright. You got some springs on you. I can see that. I wouldn't be upset. What are you gonna do? I wouldn't be upset. I'd be very impressed.
Sorry. Alright. Ooh, maybe we could see if George wants to hop in again. Okay. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us. We're going to go through core today. I'm going to walk you through some of the exercises I'm going to be doing and then also why we're going to be doing them. So, the first one we're going to be doing is just a hanging leg raise. And whenever we're doing core, we are pretty much trying to work our core in 3 planes or 3 planes of motion, 3 motions. So, first one we're going to do is a flexion extension movement, so leg raises. We're bringing our legs up and we're kind of tucking our hips up and under. That's going to be flexion. The second one is going to be lateral flexion, so going this way or preventing that motion. So we're going to do kettlebell carries on one side, trying to prevent that movement here, trying to stay tight at the hips. And the third one we're going to do is actually twisting. So we're going to do a Russian twist, and that's going to be the final movement where we're actually twisting. So those are the 3 planes that we want to work our core in. Flexion, extension, bringing our hips up, crunching, lateral flexion, preventing that movement, and then rotating. So those are 3, and we're going to go through those real quick. So
Let's do it.
okay. Alright, so first one, you're going to do hanging leg raises. Just like any movement where we have our knuckles on the bar, we want to try and get our knuckles facing the ceiling. So we're going to engage our lats. We're going to be here. Keep our shoulders compact, chest up. We're going to come up, try and tuck our pelvis up and under, not just bring our legs up. Tuck it up and under, so everyone else in the gym's kind of looking at your butt. Right there. Nice, slow and controlled. And we're going to go 10 here. Alright, there we go. Good.
So one way to make this easier, some progressions or regressions would be, you could do hanging knee raises instead of leg raises. So you're here, and we're just gonna come up, bring our knees up, back down, bring our knees up, back down. So that'd be the easiest. Then after that, you can do leg raises to right here, right in front of your chest. Nice, slow and controlled. Then once you do that, then we can go all the way up, right there, toes to bar. So those would be the 3 progressions, going from easiest to hardest. I don't know what people are talking about. I never feel those in my hip flexors.
No? Neither do I.
Here we just have motor control. There it is.
Alright guys, the next exercise here is called the suitcase carry. What we're gonna do, heavy kettlebell at the side like you're carrying a suitcase, right? Proud chest, rotate back. We're just gonna walk it out. We're just gonna walk it out, okay? Our goal here is anti-lateral flexion. Okay, keep the abs tight. We don't really want to bend. Try your best to contract the opposite side, okay?
Oh yeah, and then another thing too, is try and make sure the kettlebell stays away from your leg. Don't let it touch your leg. Try and keep it out, maybe just an inch or 2. Right there, nice and tight, walking out. Another thing about this too, these are actually going to help you learn how to breathe properly, because if you're not keeping your core tight and breathing through your diaphragm, it's going to be really hard to stay tight and be able to breathe. So keep that core tight and breathe slow in, slow out through your diaphragm, not through your chest.
Yeah, because I coached 2 guys, D1 basketball.
Okay.
Those dudes are like 6'8", 6'7".
Oh, yeah, that's not me. Do you have hops though?
Yeah.
Those Scandinavians.
This guy jumps so high. He's an athlete. He just doesn't know it.
I've been training wrong my whole life, apparently. Nice. These are good. Look at this guy. Look at this guy over there. Working so hard.
I'm working on fingers, my dexterity.
Okay. It's an important part of lifting.
It is.
So here on this last one for that rotation, we can either do 2 movements. We can do Russian twist, which is actually going to be here, moving side to side, or we can do something called an anti-rotation hold. So this can be a little safer on your lumbar spine because your lumbar spine really isn't meant to rotate. So for people who are just getting into doing core, I might recommend this instead. So what we're going to do, if you have any type of band, just something with tension that's going to try and pull you this way. So we're going to come out, we're going to walk away from the wall. We're going to have our arms shoulder width apart out in front of us, and we're going to go into a half squat right here. And essentially, the band is going to want to pull us this way, right? So we're trying to prevent that. We're keeping it tight on this side, and we're just going to hold. We're trying to prevent that rotation. We're just going to hold here. We'll do 20 seconds. Slow, controlled breathing. This one's really good for weeding out any imbalances you have. If you have any glute medius imbalances in your hip that you start feeling when you're doing the squat, that probably shows that we need to strengthen those as well. But this is going to be surprisingly hard. You guys should try this one out. So last movement we're going to be doing is going to be a Russian twist. So I always like to keep my heels on the ground, toes in the sky. And what we're going to be doing is just slow and controlled, rotating through our thoracic spine, touching it, the bag to the ground. Other way, rotate, back down, right here. Nice and slow, alternating side to side. Right here. And you're also gonna keep your head in line with your spine, so you're turning your head as we're rotating. So those, we can always do a little higher reps. I like to do at least 15 to 20 each side, really burn it out at the end. All right, thanks guys for tuning in to the Fisher Fitness Core Edition. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.